How many ingredients do you have on here?
12 or 13 components.
So you're a smart guy. You know what you suffered from, right? You got too ambitious. And Lynn said it would happen. She read you like a book. One word. Sublime. It's extraordinary. I wish your family was here to watch what you've done.
Me too.
Incredible. Please go back to your station.
One thing's for sure, I'm not afraid of an ice cream maker anymore.
The home cooks are battling in one of the toughest elimination challenges yet. They have to prepare a restaurant-quality dish using culinary equipment selected for them by Lynn.
I love flambeing. There's something so sexy. This crepe pan is like a gift from Lynn, and I'm ready to win this thing.
Cody,
Yes, chef?
crepes are sexy food, and they can be done very quickly. You always have this time issue. You have an hour, theoretically the most simple dish to do. Are you gonna have this problem today?
Plenty of time to make a crepe, not plenty of time to make 3. But I think it's gonna be just right.
We're expecting a lot. These crepes better be really elevated, and they better impress us.
Yes, chef, absolutely.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm trying to elevate the Loco Moco today, so I'm gonna put some deep fried onion rings on top of it and quail egg.
Christopher, how you doing?
I've seen better days.
How do you feel about getting the meat grinder from Lynn?
Definitely not the worst of the choices. I would prefer a pressure cooker.
What's the dish you're creating?
A little bit of a twist on Hawaiian Loco Moco. It's kind of like a patty on rice. I'm just gonna fry it in a pan.
All right, well, I'll let you carry on. Keep an eye on the clock and make sure you taste everything.
Yes, chef.
My pressure cooker's singing.
Sabrina is the lamb in the pressure cooker. She's making fresh noodles.
My pasta is giving me the hardest time right now. If this doesn't work out and I go home on pasta, I'll be shamed by the Italian community of Montreal.
Cody, he's doing a trio of crepes.
Wow.
Lynn felt that Cody would overcomplicate things, and she might just be right.
Cody's trying to do like 50 things all at the same time. It's good to multitask, but maybe sometimes it's too much.
Okay.
My quail eggs are not coming out nice and round. Cooking a quail egg is actually more difficult than I thought.
Let's drop this egg on the burner.
I need to make another one. I'm feeling a ton of pressure in the kitchen.
It's feeling pretty intense in here right now.
5 minutes, you have 5 minutes left!
David's taking his ice cream out.
It's still a little bit soft.
Wow, it looks a bit
It
loose.
looks a little thin.
I have to start freezing this darn ice cream. Gotta get it into the freezer.
It's gotta work.
Looking pretty good.
Look at Sabrina, she's still with the pasta.
We are either about to taste the freshest pasta we've ever had,
Or no pasta.
or no pasta.
Come on now.
1 minute, you have 1 minute left! You better start plating now! David has got everything on his plate except the ice cream.
Well, he's leaving it down to the wire.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
It's time to taste what each of you have pulled off with the instruments that you were assigned. David, please bring your dish to the front. What do you call this dish?
This is a vanilla bean, lemon, thyme ice cream on a blueberry cake with candied thyme and a blueberry coulis.
That's a lot to pull off in 60 minutes. Is this the toughest challenge you've had yet?
Oh, without a doubt.
David, that is spectacular. The richness of that perfectly formed scoop of ice cream, beautiful. Silky smooth, the thyme does come through. There are little thyme leaves in there. Genius. The sponge cake, warm. It's absolutely a heart-warming dish.
And these little blueberries, what did you do to these blueberries?
Made a simple syrup and coated them to give them a nice little glaze.
I bet you Lynn's dying to taste this.
Yes, I am, actually.
One word. Sublime. It's extraordinary. I wish your family was here to watch what you've done.
Me too.
Incredible. Please go back to your station.
One thing's for sure, I'm not afraid of an ice cream maker anymore.
Cody, please bring up your dish.
You have a trio of crepes, one chocolate, banana, and hazelnut. Maple bacon and strawberry and chocolate.
Top 5. Is this top 5?
This dish, as it's presented, chef, is not top 5.
How many ingredients do you have on here?
12 or 13 components.
So you're a smart guy. You know what you suffered from, right? You got too ambitious. And Lynn said it would happen. She read you like a book. Let's try this crepe.
The one that you're about to try, chef, is banana, chocolate, and toasted hazelnut.
There are some interesting flavors here, but the one piece of advice I would give you is focus on quality. If you worked on one and had it on a plate with a few more garnishes, you would have nailed it.
Well, I'm going to try the most unique one, the maple bacon. The crepe, soft, tender.
Thank you, chef.
Maple cream, not too sweet. And that bacon has a little smoke to it. So the flavors, I find, work well together. Certainly not your best work, but I think if you had less ingredients, what you have to work with will then come through. Please head back to your station.
I did exactly what I should not have done.
Sabrina, please bring your dish up.
This is a braised lamb shank and king oyster mushroom tagliatelle. I've been waiting to be able to braise a proper piece of meat.
And would that have been your tool of choice to do it in, a pressure cooker?
It's the only tool I can use to do it in 60 minutes, chef.
That's right. The lamb is unmistakable. Rich, bold flavor, the wonderful herbs, the red wine. If I could change one thing, I would want a little bit more of that brothy sauce, just to really make it sing. But it's a great dish. You should be very proud.
Yes, chef.
You barely had this noodle on the plate. Why's that?
I wanted my dough to rest properly.
You rested any longer, it would be resting in peace. To me, texture, but that noodle is perfect. Good techniques here. You did a nice job. Please go back to your station. Christopher, please bring up your dish.
This is a take on the Hawaiian locomoco. It's a bed of rice, a pork patty, mushroom gravy, fried onion rings, and a fried quail egg. On the other side is a baked pineapple and a goat cheese salad.
I must admit, I never had this dish before. I've been to Hawaii, but unfortunately, I wasn't eating this dish. So is this something that you picked up when you were in Hawaii?
I've never actually been. This is something that I saw online once, and I wanted to try at home. I've used a type of marinade that I use for pork, garlic, and Chinese 5-spice.
In terms of spices, well seasoned. But you know, you managed to use ground pork and make this patty dry. This is supposed to be a Hawaiian dish. When I eat this, I cannot taste any form of Hawaii in here. There's so much you could have done with that grinder. You got an onion ring, you got a burger, and you got an egg. It's not very refined to me.
That actually has some good flavor.
Thank you, chef.
I would agree with Alvin, it's on the dry side. A little more fat incorporated into the meat would have elevated it. Rice, it's a bit bland. You are the only Chinese dude I know that is challenged by rice.
Yes, chef.
Overall, at this stage of the competition, you have to deliver much, much better. Please go back to your station.
The meat grinder did really throw him off. But this is for a spot in the top 4.
Everyone fought hard to deliver in this challenge. Unfortunately, we have to send at least one of you home. We need a few moments to discuss.
There were some interesting techniques and approaches.
This challenge is about adapting to what you're given and making the best with what you have. We have a tough decision to make.
Okay, let's go. Today, Lynn assigned each of you a tool she thought would trip you up. And in more than one case, she was right.
But one home cook rose to the challenge.
And that home cook was David.
Best dish with an ice cream machine in 60 minutes? It's cool, man.
I just can't believe I can win on dessert. This feels incredible.
I don't want to stereotype myself as the pie girl.
Well,
I realized that people look at what I've made and that said, oh, you're the pie girl, huh?
just listen.
I know, I don't ever shut up.
There's definitely a lot going on there. I'm speechless.
Is this a dish that the kids at home would love?
Yes, the kids enjoy it.
Is that right? So you've done
Yes.
this before?
Yes, I have.
When you smoke meat, it can either work out really well, or if it's too much, it tastes like an old ashtray.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's impressive. Who are you doing this for?
I'm doing this for me. When I filled out my application, it said, what is your ambition in life? And I had to sit back and I thought, I haven't thought about what my ambition is for years.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This looks very, very beautiful. But why did you choose elk?
Elk is succulent, it's soft, it's like butter.
Where'd you learn how to plate this way?
I taught myself.
You're a good teacher.
Thank you.
So you have a little bit of crispy basil, pine nuts.
Yes.
A lot of flavor there. What's this sauce?
It is a fig balsamic with a basil-infused olive oil.
It's elegant, full of flavor. It's left me thinking. Tammy, you did something very unique with your dish. There were so many wonderful notes, so many great flavors, and that smoke came through really well. So it's a yes from me.
Thank you.
Tammy, this was the first time I've ever had elk. The way you do it, I'll have it again. It's definitely a yes.
It was incredibly moist, incredibly flavorful. That was absolutely delicious. Come on up here and get your apron, Tammy.
Oh, my Lord.
There we go. Congratulations, Tammy. Look forward to seeing more of you.
I feel exhilarated. I feel like this huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and now I can work for what I want to achieve, which is to be MasterChef Canada.
Just want a little salt.
Next up is Jennifer, a self-described chatterbox from Vernon, BC.
My strategy to get a white apron, I am going to talk my way into those judges' hearts and help them to realize that I am going to be Canada's next Master Chef. They are gonna love this pie. My cooking style and my personality are pretty much one and the same. Oh, snap! Just like me being loud and bold and sometimes a bit obnoxious, so is my food. It's go time!
Hi there.
Hi, gentlemen. I'm Jennifer.
So what is the dish you're preparing for us?
Blueberry, basil, and goat cheese pie. Not your grandmother's blueberry pie. I make the best pie crust recipe, hands down, because I think that if I served you anything less than that, it would be an absolute disrespectful move on my part.
You got 5 minutes to present us with your dish, okay?
I talk a lot when I'm nervous, can you tell? I have waited my whole life for this moment. You get one crack. This is a turning point in my life. I've been picked last in sports. I was a terrible athlete. Oh my gosh, we won't even go there.
You're running out of time. You gotta go.
I was never the popular kid in school. In fact, I got picked on a lot. So if anybody is watching this right now from where I grew up, lots changed. So going home, I have to tell you, is not an option, and I will fight to the death to make sure that I'm walking out of there with that white apron.
Jennifer, are you finished?
It's ready for your tasting. What I have for you is a blueberry basil and goat cheese pie top. It's kind of like the top of the muffin. It's always the best part.
What's your food dream, Jennifer?
I would love to have a food truck.
And you think this pie will get you there?
That pie is absolutely going to get me there because you want to know something about this pie? I've had people say they don't like blueberries. People that don't like pie in general tell me, wow, I would eat this pie again.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Tell me, Jennifer, I mean, this is not my grandmother's pie, right?
It's nobody's grandmother's pie. I don't want to stereotype myself as the pie girl.
Well,
I realized that people look at what I've made and that said, oh, you're the pie girl, huh?
just listen.
I know, I don't ever shut up.
There's definitely a lot going on there. I'm speechless.
I won't ask you what you think about this pie because you think it's delicious, right?
So does everybody back there.
It smells good.
You should see how it tastes.
So Jennifer, you know, for me, the pie had some great layers, great complexity. The crust was light. The filling had some very fresh, bright flavors. I'm a yes.
Jennifer, not your grandmother's pie is not for me. That pie was lacking in texture. I wanted something that was a nice contrast to the rich, sort of bright flavors. It's a no.
Jennifer, the crust, nice and crispy. And I can taste that blueberry. Growing up in Scarborough, I love blueberry. I had some growing in my backyard. I'm just concerned about your listening skill. Can you promise me just one thing? Can you just keep quiet for 5 seconds so I can put an apron around your neck?
Oh my gosh. Alvin, you're getting a full body hug.
Oh, I'm looking well at that too.
I've got to prove that I am willing to listen and become Canada's next MasterChef.
Hello, chefs.
What's your name?
My name is David.
Hi, David. What dish are you going to be cooking for us?
Black cod, sablefish, and Dungeness crab potato salad.
Wow. So, David, why are you here?
I want to have this opportunity change what I'm currently doing. And I'm a concrete contractor, so I do concrete work. I started doing concrete at 17 years old. I made some poor decisions. I actually didn't finish school. I only have a grade 10 education, so when an opportunity like this came up to compete in something that I absolutely love, at my age, I signed up.
Who inspired you to cook your best?
My wife, my little boys, 4 and 5. They're amazing.
30 seconds. What are you putting on now?
I smoked an egg.
You smoked a hard-boiled egg.
I smoked the yolk.
Hello, David.
Hello, chef.
How you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Presentation is terrific. Really nice. Good sense of style.
Thank you.
Where did you learn to cook cod like that?
I've been cooking it for some time. Yeah, it's very important to get that skin crispy.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. David, thank you.
Thank you.
Your boys, do they like your food?
They love my food.
Can they eat crab? I'm 4 and 5. You know, I think they're still on carrots.
When I eat oysters, I actually hide them because they love eating raw oysters.
Oh, cod's nicely done. Flakes, smoked egg yolk.
Yes.
This is the miso sauce here.
It is.
Miso, sablefish.
They love each other.
Those are concrete mason hands.
Yes, chef.
And those hands did this. You think working with concrete is your calling in life?
You know, unfortunately, I was young and had no choice.
Is this your time to turn it around, do you think?
This is it. This is validation that I can turn things around.
David, you said you made some poor choices, but clearly getting married and starting a family were not poor choices, were they? Can you introduce your family to us, please?
Okay.
Yes. Look, there's a lot of capability there, I think.
All of us?
The presentation, the flavor.
It's nicely done.
What a beautiful family.
Thank you. My wife, Tanis, and this is Nuno. Far end, that's JJ.
JJ, how old are you?
I'm 5. I'm turning 6 in 8 days.
Wow. What do you think of your dad's cooking? Is he better with concrete or with pasta?
Pasta.
Well, let me tell you what I think of what your dad made today. We have tasted a lot of food. It's the best dish I've had so far. Incredible. I've never seen anyone that is a bricklayer or laying cement put food on a plate the way you did it. So elegant. It's a yes from me.
Thank you.
David, you have a beautiful family, and your food is beautiful. So it's a yes from me as well.
Thank you.
JJ, can you come on up here and help me with something?
You're better dressed than us.
We think your dad is an excellent cook. And we'd like you to give him something. Do you think you can go down and give him that?
I think my dad's the best cook in the whole wide world.
Of course, the choice to have a family was the best choice, but this has been the best choice in a long time.
This year's winner and Canada's new Master Chef is...
The cooks have 45 minutes left in their third and final course.
Home stretch.
Yeah, home stretch, home stretch.
Oh my goodness, I've got one dessert left.
I'm known as a dessert guy. I can't make a mistake on this round.
Hey there, Christopher.
Chef Michael.
So, dessert. Tell me all about it.
So this cheesecake is a play on a traditional Chinese dessert, which is called mango, pomelo, and sago. I'm gonna be infusing it with that cheesecake me and my fiance really love.
So where's the wow factor in this cheesecake, Christopher?
So it's gonna be cheesecake foam filled with mango, pomelo, and sago mixture. We're gonna get a little bit of a brown butter crumb, some lemon sponge, and some passion fruit meringue, and some coconut snow for lots of crispy texture, brightness, and a little smoothness from the cheesecake.
Christopher, I'm gonna let you deal with that, and good luck.
Thank you. Okay, so that one's done.
1, 2, 1. I just wish I remember how many eggs I just cracked.
Taya, how are you?
Oh, gosh, yeah, good.
So tell me, Taya, what is your strong finish?
When I went to Mexico with my husband, they served these amazing hibiscus margaritas that were rimmed with chili. So I'm doing a play on that. There's a coriander sponge cake that's on the bottom. There's a macerated tequila lime melon, a hibiscus panna cotta, and then there's a habanero ice cream.
Amazing. And where does the tequila come in?
In the macerated melons on the side of the bowl.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you. This dessert could be the difference between $100,000. This is the time. I have to be perfect. Cake, cake, cake.
This is the end of the night at the cottage with Andy. For dessert is one of my favorite desserts in the world, a blueberry grunt. An East Coast classic that at home we'll eat around the campfire.
There you go, Andy.
In the oven.
Hey, Andy. So you're doing a blueberry grunt. How are you gonna elevate it?
We have a lemon blueberry cake in the oven. I'm gonna smoke a compote.
Yeah.
I've got a meringue that I'm gonna toast, similar to around the campfire, so that marshmallow flavor.
Great idea.
I also have a lemon gelato disc that will sit over everything and be able to peer down through, that will have flowers and blueberries on top.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that gelato ring, okay?
Can't wait for you to try it.
The key to pulling off this dessert really is in executing the techniques. I'm putting my cheesecake foam in a sugar bag. It requires you to cook isomalt, which is a sugar, down until it's in a hard ball stage, which allows you to pull it and tease it into a bag shape. This is a very finicky technique.
Oh my God.
I I have my ice cream, I throw it in the freezer, and I work on my panna cotta. I'm infusing cream and milk and sugar with hibiscus leaves and turning this beautiful purple color. Then I add gelatin and put it in the fridge to set.
The sheet pan of gelato is totally frozen solid. So I take a cookie cutter, the hot thing's super hot, and punch out beautiful little discs of gelato.
Doing great, Andy. Looking good.
This gelato disc is 100% the most important part of this dessert. It adds a modern element to it that the traditional blueberry grunt doesn't have.
15 minutes left! Only 15 minutes left!
I've got my sponge here, I've got my sago here, I've got my meringue in the oven.
Come on, you guys.
This is crazy.
Come on, Taya.
I'm going as fast as I can. Once I get this done, I'm gonna focus on my ice cream. It's gonna be busy.
Bake it right to the end. The coconut snow is going to be the ice cream component. Can I get the nitrogen back? The liquid nitrogen is coming back out again. I need to spray my coconut foam into the liquid nitrogen and break it up with a whisk while it's coming out. That way, I get these beautiful little particles of crispy ice cream.
Very cool, Chris.
The technical creativity they're bringing into these desserts, it's top level.
They are not making this easy for us.
Come on. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath.
Come on, you guys. Keep it going. Come on, guys. We got 10 minutes left. Minutes to go, guys.
My ice cream is the biggest thing in my dessert that I am worried about.
Oh, my God.
This is not easy to do. I am trying to get these perfect shaped canals done. Me, not so good at this. And my ice cream is being very fussy. Why did I decide to do a canal? 1 minute is too hard, the next minute is too soft. Okay, my ice cream is having a hard time.
Where is Nia?
The ice cream is so important. I've crawled my way to the top again. I hate this. And it would be devastating to lose because of this ice cream. This ice cream's gonna be the death of me.
There's less than 10 minutes left in the finale cook.
They really need to hustle.
All right, what's next?
And Taya is stuck in the equipment room trying to fix her ice cream.
Oh my gosh, like seriously. This is the time you have to be able to improvise if it's not perfect, to make it perfect.
I continue to try my hardest.
The only way I can get it perfect is if I throw the ice cream in the blast chiller and then out again, and I keep doing this over and over and doing as many as I can so I can pick the best ones when it's time to go. That's all I'm gonna do.
5 minutes! Last 5 minutes! Get your presentation on now!
Plating time.
Cake comes out of the oven, and now I'm toasting it with butter and thyme just to elevate the flavor.
Ooh, it's hot in this kitchen.
I'm waiting to the very last minute to plate those gelato discs so it doesn't melt. It's gonna be decorated with powdered and fresh blueberries.
Let's get my panna cottas out.
That's so cool.
Tay, you gotta move a little bit faster.
Yeah, Tia, come on, girl.
2 minutes! Only 2 more minutes left! Come on, get it on!
Once this coconut snow hits the plate, it's gonna give a beautiful smoky effect.
Look how pretty it looks.
I feel like I'm really bringing something. I will really wow the judges.
This is insanity.
You guys got this. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
1 minute! Your last minute in this kitchen!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
That's the most insane thing I've ever seen.
Looking good.
That looks so
Real good.
cool.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's up!
Yeah! Oh my God!
Oh man.
Oh my God.
You guys!
I thought that having 3 dishes that I had laid out and planned would be a walk in the park, but man, my brain is mush.
I am proud of myself. I feel like I really showed myself on these plates, and I wouldn't change a thing.
It was a very difficult cook, but I didn't give up, and I got the dishes on the plate, and each plate that I served looked spectacular.
Congratulations, finalists. The 3 of you just cooked the meal of your lives.
Your meals have been telling the 3 of us a beautiful story so far. Now it's time for the final chapter.
Christopher, What have you done for dessert?
This is a play on a traditional Chinese dessert called mango pomelo and sago. So you have a small isomalts bag that's filled with diced mango, shredded pomelo, and some cooked sago. On top, you have a mango cheesecake foam. Around the bag, you have some coconut snow, passion fruit meringue, and also some lemon sponge.
Did you get all that?
Yeah.
I like the presentation. The colors, simple. You got the yellow, you got the green, you got the white from the snow, you got bits of textures in there. It's a neat little package.
I don't like this. I love it. I like how light the passion fruit mousse is. I like the little sponge pieces of cake that are just studded around. The isomalt basket is really smart instead of sugar because isomalt really breaks down very easily and it can handle the moisture of the passion fruit mousse. I think overall it is one of those show-stopping desserts.
I, too, love the exotic notes, the rich mousse that sits on top. But I would have loved to have seen just a little bit more of that diced mango as part of it.
Andy, tell us about your dessert.
This is a classic blueberry grunt. We have a smoked blueberry compote, a blueberry lemon cake toasted with butter and thyme, toasted marshmallow, and lemon curd underneath the lemon gelato disc on top.
I have never seen a blueberry grunt looking this good. It is often heavy and stodgy looking. It's a humble, humble dessert. Yet this is a thing of beauty.
Thank you.
I tell you, you have elevated it. The lemon gelato ring gives it acidity, but the sponge cake was heavy. I would have soaked it with a nice rum. It would have given it more depth.
I think you've nailed the presentation. The flavors are very elevated. I love the blueberry. Instead of just the flowers on top, maybe a little bit of a zest of lemon, just to make it pop a little more. But that's so minor. It looks like you're giving Christopher a run for his money.
Wow.
Taya, please describe your dessert.
You have a hibiscus margarita in dessert form. There's a coriander sponge, a hibiscus panna cotta, a habanero ice cream, and then some macerated tequila lime melon, just for some fruit.
I am amazed at your presentation. There's just simple geometry, a bit of square, a canal, round, and spheres. I'm really excited to sink my expensive teeth into this.
This is one of those desserts that stops the conversation. The hibiscus panna cotta, not only does it have this really beautiful hibiscus flavor, I love the texture. It's chewy, it's really satisfying. And then you go into the ice cream, which has chili in it. That just pops in your mouth. The cake with the coriander and the melons. It just takes so much imagination to create this, Taya.
This is a fiesta in the bowl and a fiesta in your mouth. It's a great little dessert. You know, my tip to you would be, when you do a compressed fruit like this, you have a little bit of the extra liquid in the vacuum pack. I want to see that juice in the bottom of the bowl because I believe it would add another level of moisture to the sponge and just tie everything together.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you.
Christopher, Taya, Andy, the three of you came back here for one reason: to win the life-changing title that eluded you the first time you were in this kitchen.
Unfortunately, only one of you can be Canada's next MasterChef. But after what we saw tonight, there's no doubt that all three of you are winners.
The journeys that you've taken to reach this point are more epic than any in MasterChef Canada history. And that remarkable achievement has earned you the right to change places with us.
Okay, let's go. Thank you, chefs. Good luck, good luck. Good luck.
I've done the best I can. I'm tired. It was a long journey. No matter what, I've done myself proud.
Season 4, I felt like I was never good enough, even in the finale, and now I just feel really good.
It's sad to see this chapter of my life come to an end. MasterChef Canada will always be home for me. It changed my life, and I'm proud that I kept a smile on my face for the entire competition, as brutal as it got.
After a long and difficult discussion, we decided that one cook left a more lasting impression.
That competitor will win $100,000, this trophy, and the life-changing title. This year's winner and Canada's new Master Chef is... Christopher.
Congratulations, Christopher.
I can't believe it. This is insane. I can't even describe it. It's a symbol of all the dedication, the sleepless nights, the countless hours that I put in chasing my food dream. There's no greater reward at this moment than this.
I couldn't help but notice that you redid every misstep.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever in my entire life worked as hard as I just did to produce these, so I hope you enjoy them.
Let's see if the coconut jelly is set perfectly. Michael G has started his flourless chocolate cake for his Nanaimo bar. He's ahead right now.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Andy is compensating for his missteps with speed.
I'm just looking for what to do next, try to keep moving. Okay, how's this looking?
Andy's pâte sacrée just came out of the oven and it doesn't look good.
I look at the tart that it almost looks just like a flat cookie. And frankly, I think I'm screwed. I don't think there's anything that I can do to come back from this. I just gave this competition to Mike G. My only strategy for this challenge is just keep pushing no matter what. Come on, come on, come on. I have a little bit of the pastry dough left. I roll it out, put it back in the tart shell, and get it back in the oven.
He is really working double time to get this challenge done.
I got to admire him, though. When he knows it's not right, he takes a step back and fixes it.
So right now, both home cooks are making their blueberry cloud.
A blueberry cloud is a puree that has gelatin and then air incorporated. So it's light, fluffy, but it's just almost like a beautiful cloud.
Both of them are using all their strength to aerate that mixture.
I need to whisk like no tomorrow to make this happen.
I'm exhausted watching them.
They are feeling the heat right now.
God, my arm.
Nice, guys.
Oh, God, I'm tired.
10 minutes! You have 10 more minutes left! I don't want to see any missing element.
I get that second tart shell out of the oven, and it's actually looking pretty good.
That looks a lot better, Andy. Come on, get your custard in there and get it in the oven.
At this point, I have 10 minutes left to bake this tart out, get it plated, and get it up there. Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Andy's going to have to leave his tart in the oven to the very last second.
Come on. Andy's getting through this with sheer brute determination.
You got this, Andy. You can do it.
I don't know.
There is not a second to spare. Not minutes, not a second. I am moving faster than I've ever moved in this kitchen and in my life.
Michael G is having a hard time removing his coconut milk jelly out of the mold.
I don't know how to get the jelly out in a perfect square other than try and pull it out from the actual form itself. And I'm able to fry this sucker out, keeping its shape.
Looks great, Michael.
There are so many elements that they need to cut, assemble, and dress on plates before they can present the 3 classic Canadian desserts.
I am plating the blueberry jam that goes on the bottom of the blueberry grunt. There's a lot of juice and liquid left in it, and I know it's not exact, but it's something, so I just get it on the plate in order to finish the rest of the plating. It's all good.
I'm most worried about my tart. I think that my filling might not be entirely set. I'm worried that when the judges cut into it, my filling's gonna ooze out.
5 minutes, you have 5 more minutes.
Push, Mike, push.
One of these home cooks is going to find their way into the finale going head-to-head with Becky. If that doesn't motivate them, nothing will.
Serve it in the tin if you have to. Just get it on the plate.
A moment of truth right now. How is Andy going to get that hot tart out of that case?
Yes! Good job, Andy!
1 minute, remember, all your desserts have to be on the blacktop. 1 minute. Come on, keep going. Push. Get your meringue on, come on.
I can't. I have no time. And I don't have meringue right now. I don't know what you would call this, but it's not meringue. But there's nothing I can do at this point. I just put it on top of the butter tart and just hope for the best.
Oh no, Andy.
It's not there.
Andy's struggling with his meringue. You know, I'm here to help him out. He's a very good friend of mine.
Here you go, dude, here you go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Come on, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
I gotta tell you, I'm proud of you. I don't even know what to say. I feel that was a complete blur. I don't know if I've ever worked that hard in my entire life. They're not the most beautiful things I've ever plated, but they're probably the dishes I'm most proud of.
I'm either going home or I'm going to the finale. Holy crap, I can't believe it.
Well, that was incredible to watch. Now let's taste your desserts. Michael G., that was quite the challenge.
I think the hardest one in this competition.
How do you feel about the Nanaimo bar?
I think I got pretty close to perfection of replication. I feel good.
I'm looking for a coconut jelly that really holds its integrity. When I cut into this, I want it to really stay on top of the flourless chocolate torte. And it does. Beautiful.
Thank you, chef.
How does it taste? If the fig tart and the blueberry grunt are anything like the Nanaimo bar, you're in very good shape. The texture in the coconut jelly is perfect. The flourless chocolate torte is very rich, very deep in flavor. You really nailed it.
Thank you very much.
Now I'm gonna try Andy's Nanaimo bar. All right, Andy.
Chef.
I couldn't help but notice that you redid every misstep.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever in my entire life worked as hard as I just did to produce these, so I hope you enjoy them.
Let's see if the coconut jelly is set perfectly. It looks amazing.
Good work.
That's the best Nanaimo bar I've ever had.
Amazing. Thank you, chef.
This is next level. As close as you get to replicating the Nanaimo bar that we showed you. So guys, we have a real horse race here. You guys are neck and neck. You have a fight ahead of you. A very big fight.
My, Michael. Outside this tart, this looks fantastic. I mean, that's almost a perfect replication.
Thank you, chef.
But this is the moment of truth, the cut. Well, the filling is a little wet. And I'm just gonna check what the bottom is like. It's a tad underdone. What'd you say? It's a shame, because the sides here, that's perfect.
I'm in trouble. That one simple mistake can send me home. It's that close of a competition. This is it. I just screwed up.
Well, I must say, the flavor is there, okay? I can taste the rum, I can taste the figs, okay? So sometimes that's not easy to do, to get that right balance. The meringue, the ginger's there. It's not overpowering, good replication.
Thank you, chef.
It's not the perfect butter tart, but overall, you did a very nice job.
Thank you very much, chef.
With a replication, it has to look identical, and I know that this one doesn't look perfect, maybe more of a distant cousin.
Andy, ugh. Tell me what went wrong.
It was kind of the theme of the day. I had to do everything twice, so it was a sprint to the finish, but I'm just happy to have something up here.
But are we gonna get a runny feeling?
Like mine.
Oh, perfect.
Interesting.
Wow, I am impressed.
Thank you. So am I.
Let's see the bottom. Well, it's actually not bad, okay? Maybe a little bit too thin. Let me taste it. You nailed it on the filling.
Thanks, Chef.
The flavor's all there. Nice caramelization on the sugar. It may not look good, but I must say, tastes very good.
Thank you, Chef.
I feel really confident about my blueberry grunt. I think it looks amazing.
At first glance, it looks like you've got all the elements there. Let's give it a taste. The ultimate test. The cloud, I find not quite as light and airy as I think it could be. Your corn cake is decent. A tad on the dry side, I would say. The creme chantilly has a good flavor to it. The blueberry jam, fresh flavor. Overall, it looks quite beautiful.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Michael.
Yep.
Andy, time to try your blueberry grunt. Look, the obvious element here that failed to meet the mark is the jam, the consistency of it. Just needed a few more minutes to reduce.
Yeah.
It's all down to time. Your corn cake, I think, is about as perfect as it gets.
Wow, thank you.
The moisture and the density and the lightness of it is delicious. The blueberry cloud is probably one of the toughest, uniquest elements on this plate.
Yes.
You nailed it. It's not an exact replication, and it wasn't the prettiest, but there were some elements within this dish that you truly delivered.
Thank you, Chef.
Sadly, only one of you can advance to the MasterChef Canada finale.
I want to win this so badly, just to prove to myself, my family, that I deserve this.
We felt we had to give it to the home cook, whose flavor tempted us to come back for more.
I worked so hard to get here, pushing myself every second.
And that home cook is... Andy.
Oh my God.
Well done, Andy. Please come on up and get your chef's jacket.
I did it. I fought tooth and nail and pushed to get here. I put on the chef's jacket and it just fits perfectly. I'm just so proud to have finally pushed myself to the limit. I don't think I've ever done it before. It feels like a dream come true. I can't believe it.
This year's winner and Canada's new Master Chef is...
Jeremy, what are you planning for your dessert?
Milk tea panna cotta with coconut tapioca and jackfruit ice cream. My inspiration for this is my mom. She cooked with all of these flavors. Jackfruit was her favorite.
What about you, Mary? What's the dish that you're going to make?
A blueberry financier with a buttermilk corn ice cream. This dessert just makes me think of driving up to the cottage with my family and stopping to get corn on the side of the road and going to our favorite blueberry lady.
You now have 60 minutes to make us a world-class dessert.
I got my white apron with dessert. I know it's going to win it for me.
Baking comes second nature to Mary, so it's gonna take very bold flavors to beat her.
Are you ready?
Yes, Chef.
Your 60 minutes starts now.
Right now I'm working on my financier, getting the dry ingredients all ready.
It's like a pound cake. It's a little bit lighter. There's egg whites that are folded into it. She's pairing that with blueberries and a corn ice cream. I think this sounds actually very intelligent.
Corn and blueberries just kind of make sense to me. They both grow at similar times, so Mother Nature wants them to be eaten together.
Jeremy, on the other hand, he's doing something that I think sounds really quite adventurous.
I'm making a milk tea panna cotta and a jackfruit ice cream.
Panna cotta. It essentially means cooked cream. So you have to warm up your cream base, flavor it, add gelatin to the warm panna cotta mixture. You then need to strain it, and then it has to set and chill.
Jeremy,
Hi, Chef.
do you feel like the underdog in the dessert competition?
I've always felt like the underdog, especially when it came to baking, but more so now that I'm going up against Mary.
This is beautiful. Look at that. Fresh jackfruit. You are really cooking with the Philippines in mind and your mother in mind.
Yes,
Incredible.
all these flavors, every single component on this dish reminds me of her.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Mary,
Hello.
how you doing? Are you feeling confident?
I am feeling confident. I'm confident with my flavors. It's gonna be tasty and different.
How do you feel about what Jeremy's doing? His dessert sounds incredible.
It does sound incredible, and it's a lot of flavors I've never worked with before. He has a beautiful, beautiful palette. I'm gonna have to run to the blast chiller, I'm sorry.
Don't drop it. I'm worried about this. She's got to get here fast. That's going to burn. Are you concerned about this at all?
No, this is actually doing exactly what I wanted to do.
Okay, good. You had me worried for a second.
This is just cream with a bit of sugar and salt, and I'm cooking the heck out of it. Except brown butter crumb to go under my ice cream. It's really tasty, trust me.
How close do you think this competition is right now?
Super close.
Super close.
Like super close. And I am feeling it.
I'm going to let you focus on your dessert.
Thank you.
5 minutes, you have 5 minutes left. Better start plating.
The whole competition is riding on this dessert.
Look what Jeremy's doing. He's layering flavor after flavor after flavor. That's going to be exciting to eat.
Running to get the ice cream.
The galleries are looking in amazement right now.
They must be really jealous because we get to eat this and they don't.
1 minute, you have 1 minute left. Come on, 1 minute. Come on, guys. 4 minutes.
Jeremy, please bring up your dishes.
Milk tea panna cotta. On top is a coconut tapioca, topped with fried plantains with a jackfruit ice cream.
Well, Jeremy, I think you've created something that is completely and utterly original. So let's dig in.
You know, Jeremy, all that different textures coming together, to me, that is genius. This is not at all too sweet, too sour. It's very difficult to bake panna cotta with milk tea because it has to be very, very strong. And of course, being at the bottom of the dessert, so you're gonna hit that last. Now, that, I guess you could have made that slightly stronger, heavier on the teeth, but I just want to take spoonful and spoonful. I love it.
Thank you, Chef.
When I watched you prepare it and I heard you describe it, I didn't understand it. I don't like this at all. I love it.
Thank you.
Speaks to me in so many different levels. Texturally, it's incredibly advanced. The flavors just keep changing and morphing. The top layer has that beautiful tapioca, which I love. And then when you think you figured it out, you dig a little deeper and you find this beautiful tea and milk panna cotta. I've never had anything like it. You took all the flavors that your mom introduced to you and you've just created a new dessert. Incredible.
Thank you, Chef.
It is so light and so unique and interesting. The tapioca pearls have a wonderful mouthfeel. You sort of want them to dance around on your palate as you taste that little bit of coconut. You then have that refreshing citrus layer that is so bright and clean, yet still light. This is a great dessert.
Thank you, Chef.
Mary, please bring your dessert up.
made a blueberry financier with some brown butter crumb, some kettle corn for the plate, a blueberry sauce for the bottom, and a buttermilk corn ice cream.
Right, let's taste.
You know, Mary, the sophistication, really appeals to the professional side of me. But that popcorn, I want to dive in like a kid. All the flavors, they all come together. I can taste the corn, I can taste the maple syrup, the crunchiness, the different textures. So everything in this plate works.
Thank you so much, Chef.
Mary, this is truly a lovely little dessert. The actual cake itself has a sort of a humble quality to it, but with your presentation, you've been able to elevate it. The panancia cake has a little bit of a lemony touch to it. It has a little bit of that cornmeal, which adds a nice little texture crunch to it. Beautiful blueberries in there. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
Everything works so well together. The corn ice cream is incredibly intense. I like the way you reinforced the theme of the corn ice cream with the popcorn. It feels like a road trip, going up to your cottage, stopping off, picking up some blueberries, grabbing some corn. Amazing. In fact, I'd love to have it on my menu at my restaurant. I think it's playful, it's intelligent, it's all those things you want in a dessert.
Thank you so much.
You both prepared absolutely stunning 3-course meals, and you've made choosing a winner a near-on impossible task. But tonight, one of you will become Canada's next Master Chef, and we need to decide who that's going to be. So please head back to the kitchen.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, chefs. Thank you.
We find ourselves in a very difficult situation because this is the closest competition we have ever seen. This was about the entire process, but they were both very good, very creative, very innovative. So I'm torn right now.
I think without doubt, it is the toughest.
Jeremy started off with the bison tataki, and then that modern sushi bowl. And then finally, that beautiful comfort dessert with all those southeastern tropical flavors with memories of his mother.
My menu may be a little ambitious, but you gotta reach for the stars. The title is gonna be mine. I think I deserve it, and I think I've proved it.
Mary took us on a Canadian road trip. She started off with an elevated take on borscht, which was delicious. And then she moved into a beautiful take on surf and turf, served with crispy oysters, crispy leeks, that potato and onion puree. And then she moved into that beautiful blueberry and corn dessert.
I'm going to win this because I know my flavors and I finally have a clear culinary voice.
It's a teeter-totter, a couple of missteps in each course.
Mary and Jeremy, you both made a decision to follow your culinary dreams. And those dreams led you here to the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
Week after week, you braved some of the most punishing challenges that we've ever seen in this competition. But the two of you survived.
In fact, you flourished, growing by leaps and bounds with each challenge, and presenting us with the finest dishes we've seen in the history of MasterChef Canada.
You have now reached a level of skill and artistry that has earned you a place on this stage. Please come up and change places with us.
Winning today would be just the beginning. The MasterChef Canada title would change my whole life.
I want this so badly. Winning this would be so amazing.
Tonight, you both took us on a flavor journey that honored your cultural backgrounds and your families.
Every course demonstrated that both of you cook with skill and heart. The three of us struggled to reach a consensus.
Unfortunately, only one of you could win $100,000, this trophy, and the life-changing MasterChef Canada title.
We agreed that one home cook created a menu that was slightly more cohesive and satisfying.
This year's winner and Canada's new MasterChef is... Mary.
Congratulations.
You did it. A wonderful job.
Every good emotion that anyone in the world has ever felt is me right now. This trophy represents everything I've learned and everything that is about to happen. I'm the first lady MasterChef Canada. Yes, it's me.
Mary really deserves it. I'm happy for her. I made it this far, and I'm still really proud of what I did. Being second ain't so bad.
Oh my God! I know my dad is watching me, and I know that he's here with me. And I know he's proud.